Biden will come into power, and then Kamala Harris is going to take up the reins at some.
Y'all, it's looking like in 2021, I predicted what was going to happen in American politics this year because after the Capitol takeover, I started to get these visions of what might happen within the period of 2023 to 2026. Here's what I said, and here's what came true. Now, back in 2021, I received a vision of Kamala Harris coming into a greater position. I didn't know in what way, if at all, if she would replace Biden, and if that would be for the presidency, but I saw that nonetheless she was going to come into a brighter spotlight and that it was going to be pretty uncomfortable for her. Now, as we know, since 2023, the Biden presidency has been committing an even more pronounced genocide in Gaza through the proxy state of Israel. And Kamala Harris actually, of course, took up the nomination as the Democratic presidential candidate, and through that she became still unpopular because she did not distance herself from Biden's presidency and the ongoing genocide in Gaza. I also pointed out that there would be a feeling of an economic crash, and even though some financial experts may not call this an official recession, I'm sure that we are all feeling the impact of the economy. So I outlined all of that in my blog post from 2021. I also mentioned these things in the TikTok that I stitched. And so Kamala Harris was picking up the reins, but again, the impact of the economy, people being unhappy with inflation, for one thing, was likely a huge cause as to why people did not want to support the status quo, which would have been again represented through Kamala Harris's presidency. So I wrote that Kamala is going to come to embody everything wrong with the Democratic establishment, and all of these developments set the stage for a turnover in the American political arena. So as a seer, I was able to predict the overall themes of Kamala Harris stepping into the spotlight and how the Democratic establishment failed in going Republican light and not winning over progressive voters. If anybody's interested in me potentially revisiting and trying to get more of a collective overview and updated political predictions, let me know. If any of you are interested in a personal reading for predictions in your own life, I am a psychic medium and I offer those services, and you can always find that at my link in bio. But aside from that, regardless of whoever fills the presidential seat, obviously we know now that's Donald Trump, the fight is going to be in our hands, and it's up to us to make sure that the fate of this country is actually steered in the direction of true liberation. We can only do that through leftist politics. Even though I can look at a broad range of what is most likely to happen, I strongly believe that we can make the best outcome possible. And we can only achieve true liberation through ending capitalism, ending imperialism, and all the ways that it's manifest. If anybody wants me to talk about more political things, wants to talk about progressive politics, including spirituality and how that all ties together, let me know in the comments what more you want to see.